Welcome to another presentation from the CV Academics Foundation, home of the AMP Honors Program.
Hi everyone, I'm Alexis, a super mentor here at AMP with Morgan, another one of our super mentors, and Sam, who is a senior at Arrowhead and will be telling us about her current job as a pharmacy technician. So, how's it going, Sam?
Hi everyone.
So, why don't you start off with telling us what is a pharmacy tech?
Yeah, so I'm a pharmacy technician over at Walgreens. A pharmacy technician is basically a plethora of jobs now that COVID has become a thing. I sell medications, I fill medications. We give flu shots, and now we're starting to give COVID shots. We also do like shingle shots and any like whooping cough kind of shots, pneumonia shots. We also do those as well. I don't physically give them, but I fill out all the paperwork. I run through all the insurance and taking temperatures now that that's a thing as well. I also do, like I said, run a lot of stuff through insurances, coupons, prescription savings club, all that good stuff. And there's a lot of like inventory that has to be done even in a pharmacy, just like any grocery store, that kind of thing. So that's another thing that we do. And then a lot of phone calls, either to insurance companies or talking with people to make sure that they're picking up their medications, or if people call us to get their medication refilled. So it kind of would vary on a basis. I work at Walgreens, so that's kind of what I do at Walgreens. So
cool. So how did you become interested in becoming a pharm tech?
Yeah, so initially at my school, they have a program through the state for youth apprenticeship, and my long-term or like future goal is to become a veterinarian. And so I had thought about what ways I could get involved just in the medical field and like gather those skills up. And I had looked at initially like the CNA program at our school because it's fairly big and competitive. And I went to the first meeting and said that this probably wasn't my route to get into healthcare. And so I had gone home and kind of see if there was something else I could do. And one day my mom actually mentioned this program, and I was like, well, I don't want to go into pharmaceuticals. And she was like, well, maybe you'll get to at least know the medications. So I applied for the program, and I was accepted into the program, and I got to go through the fun process of trying to find a job pre-COVID, and found one in or near my house. And that's how I am now worked there for I think over 2 years, or close to 2 years in July. So I love working there, and loved. It's just kind of a stressful job, but it's worth it in the long haul. So
Very cool. So, can you describe what a typical shift is like?
yeah, it varies greatly on a day-to-day basis. So I even work mostly in the afternoons during the week because I'm in high school, so I work in the afternoons after school. And then I also work the weekend, and even those two shifts look dramatically different. At night, we have a lot of people coming home from work, so they stop by to pick up medications. So a lot of my night is spent filling prescriptions and then also selling medications. And then we have a thing where if people don't pick up medications within a certain amount of days, we actually have to like take the claim out of our system and put the medication back on the shelf. And like it all comes in a bag, so we like take apart the bag and everything and put that away. It's silly, but like even cleaning up for the night, so garbages and that kind of thing. But a lot of filling and selling prescriptions in the afternoon. And then now with COVID, we're doing a lot of shots even into the afternoon, just because again, people are getting off of work, so they're able to come in for those shots as well. So that's kind of what an afternoon during the week looks like. Okay, so my weekend shift varies more than my weekday shift. So there's a few less of us, technician wise, but it can vary from a wide arrangement of things. We do COVID testing from 9 to 5, and it's a rapid COVID test, which means that we run it in-house. So I have to run the COVID tests, and then I also have to get the COVID test from the person. They do it through our drive-through. I also fill medications, sell medications through the drive-through at our counter. And then we are giving COVID shots as well on the weekends. So there's a lot of paperwork and temperature taking and insurance that has to be run through that as well. So I do that during the week, and a lot of phone calls that need to be done just to make sure that people are picking up their prescriptions, or a lot of people are doing their medications for the week. So they're giving us a call and saying, they need X, Y, or Z to be filled for them. And then we also there's some stuff that's done more on a monthly basis. So prescriptions do expire, so we do have to send them back to a warehouse or wherever they are to get disposed of. So I was processing that all, because we can't just send medications back. So I was processing that even this past weekend. So like I said, varies greatly on a day-to-day basis depending on how many shots we have, how many tests we have, and just how the overall day goes, because some days are busier than others. So
very interesting. It sounds like a lot of work. So are you thinking of going anywhere in the pharmacy technician area from here, or what other options are there for you?
yeah, so anybody can actually go and apply as a pharmacy technician, at least at Walgreens, as long as you're 16 and over. So that's when I first applied, when I was 16. You actually can take a test that, again, Walgreens will pay for, and you actually become a certified pharmacy technician. And so I haven't taken that test or that class yet, just because it hasn't fit in with my schoolwork, because it's usually during the day. But it's something that I'm looking into even to maybe this summer. And then with COVID being around again, they need people to give shots, and they're actually training some technicians. So once you get certified as a technician, you can go through a course and be certified to give immunizations as well. So those are kind of two things. As a pharmacy technician, a lot of pharmacy technicians start as pharmacy technicians and then go to school for pharmacy. But there's a lot of other different jobs within pharmaceuticals. It's really opened my eyes to pharmaceuticals and that whole field of study. So if veterinary doesn't work out in the future, I've thought about doing maybe pharmaceutical sales for animal prescriptions, or more related to animals, still to be in the field with animals. But it has opened my eyes to pharmaceuticals.
So what is your favorite and your least favorite parts then of being a pharmacy technician?
I would definitely say I have a lot more favorites than I do least favorites. I love the people that I work with. I feel like that's something that not a lot of teenagers can say about their jobs, and most people in general. But I love my team at Walgreens, and even in the pharmacy. It's we're one big family, so I absolutely love that. But I also love getting just to help a wide range of people. I've helped kids, I've seen kids get COVID tests and their moms shoving this Q-tip up their nose. But I've also seen, helped people that don't have any medications, and the best way to help them afford those, if they can't afford those, And even this past week, I helped a guy who came in and was deaf, and I had to communicate through a Post-it note. There's just a wide range of people that I get to work with that I just absolutely love. My least favorite part, it is a very stressful job, just in the sense that there is a lot going on. And a lot of these people that do come in, they're sick or they need the medication right away because it is a maintenance medication. So they are kind of stressed or not always in the best of mood either. So it doesn't always cause for a great environment. But we get past that and everything turns out fine, but it can be stressful between everything that's going on and everything that we now have to do because of COVID, the extra stuff that's been added to our plate, but that's okay.
So is there anything that you would like to share with the AMP Honors Program students? Any words of advice that you have?
Yeah, totally. Just to like add a plug-in, we are like needing pharmacists or pharmacy technicians are like a huge thing that we need right now. I think it's one of the jobs that kind of gets overlooked, but like we are technically essential care workers, and people do need their medications. So there is a lot of places that are needing pharmacy technicians. So if you have any interest, even in the medical field, like I said, I didn't think that pharmaceuticals was something that I even wanted to go into, but I found myself so surprised between learning what a deductible is and learning all the different medications and what they're used for. And it's helped me with my communication skills and talking on the phone with people. And it's just helped me with so many other skills besides like just having a job and having a paycheck. And so if you have any interest in it, I would totally recommend it. And just pursue what you want to pursue and look for those opportunities to help you get that extra edge on people on college applications or other applications.
All right, cool. Well, thanks so much, Sam, for answering our questions.
This has been a presentation of the CV Academics Foundation, home of the AMP Honors Program.